Do you ever have leftover taco meat that you don't know what to do with? How about transforming it into breakfast burritos? If you're not sure how, then stay tuned and watch this episode of Out Loud Geek. Hi, and welcome to another edition of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss a variety of topics, including science fiction, fantasy, cooking, the outdoors, and more. Today, on this episode of Out Loud Geek, I'm going to be transforming some leftover taco meat from the other night into breakfast burritos. It's a great way, if you ever have leftover taco meat, this is a great way to use it up. So I'm going to need 3 eggs. There's the first one. There's egg number 2. And egg number 3. And since I handled raw egg, I'm going to very quickly wash my hands. Now that my hands are washed, I can now beat the eggs. Today I'm just using 3 eggs. I'm not doing 4. I only need 3 given the amount of leftover taco meat that we have. And we're probably going to make about 3 breakfast burritos out of the remaining taco meat with the eggs. So now the eggs are beaten. Now I just have to get the pan ready. Now the pan is starting to heat, so I'm going to put a little bit of cooking spray over the surface of the pan. And this is my medium 9-inch wide frying pan non-stick. So the pan is now sufficiently warm, and I'm going to pour the beaten eggs into the pan. And this is actually going to look a lot like our cheesy scrambled egg video that we did a few days ago. This process is very similar to that, except I'm also going to be adding the leftover taco meat. Now, since the taco meat just came out of the refrigerator and so is very cold, I'm actually heating it slightly in the microwave so that I don't just put the cold meat in with the egg. But I don't have to heat it that long. Now, you don't want to add the taco meat too soon. This is similar to the cheesy scrambled eggs, because I'm also actually going to be adding cheese after I put the meat in and get that blended with the egg. So you want to wait for the runny eggs to set well enough before adding the leftover taco meat. And it is setting fairly quickly, so I'm going to start turning this. Yes, this is definitely ready to become scrambled eggs here. And now I'm going to quickly add the leftover taco meat. And there it is. Sometimes you have too little of, say, a leftover taco meat to have enough for a full meal. So mixing it with eggs like this and transforming it into breakfast burritos is a great way to use it up. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. And now that that is all nicely blended, I'm going to add the cheese. And as I did with the cheesy scrambled eggs, I'm going to use about a handful of the grated cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese. But that doesn't look like quite enough, so I'm going to add a little bit more. This is more of a look at it and see if you think that's right instead of an exact recipe. But as you can see, it looks really, really good. The cheese is melting as I fold it in with the eggs and the taco meat, just like it should. I can hear it sizzling, though I don't think that's going to be loud enough to come out on the video. But as you can see, that makes an awful lot of filling for breakfast burritos, or in this case, brunch burritos. So I'm going to see if I need to add any more cheese. Maybe just a little bit more. And again, this is all to taste. There's no exact measurement on this. Again, there's some of the gooiness from the cheese. The advantage of the cheese is that it will also help bind it all together. A little bit of a mess there. So I do believe that's done, so I'm going to turn the stove off and move the pan off to the side. And then I'm going to get the tortillas to get these beautiful breakfast burritos made. I've gotten out 2 tortillas for myself, and I'm now going to dress these with a little bit of sour cream. This is totally optional. You don't have to put any sour cream on these if you don't want to. I put sour cream on tortillas before I do anything else if I'm going to use it, because it makes it so much easier to spread on the bread rather than trying to get it scraped onto a bunch of loose filling. It's just way easier to do that. So there's the sour cream on this one. Here's the sour cream on that one on the other side. And I'm going to grab the pan with the filling. Which is all very gooey with cheese. And I'm going to put some on that one. Maybe a little more. Starting to look pretty good. And now I'm going to lift it up so I can get it onto both of them. And how much filling you want to use is totally up to you, or how many tortillas you want to use is totally up to you. It's all totally up to you. But there you go. Now, because I like a little bit of salsa, I'm going to put just a little bit on. If you don't want your burritos or soft tacos to get too drippy, you don't want to use too much salsa because it's very liquidy, and this is what's going to pour out if you don't want, that will make a mess. So I'm using no more than maybe a teaspoon on each one, and that's it. And as far as folding it goes, I generally don't do that until I'm about to eat it, but you would just go like this and then fold it over, and voila, there's the first one. But it isn't actually going to stay together very well, but I'll go ahead and fold the other one just so you can see what they look like. And again, there they are. 2 breakfast burritos. Bon appetit. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Out Loud Geek, and I hope you give these leftover taco meat breakfast burritos a try. Until next time, see you later. Thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to press the like button below. And if you'd like to see more of our videos in the future, please subscribe to our YouTube channel right now by clicking on the subscribe button. If you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free to post one below. See you next time on Out Loud Geek.